Good afternoon, everyone. Now, under evolution of management, we have been completed first and second phases. The first one was classical and the second was neoclassical. Now we are going to discuss about modern theory of management. See, modern theory of management, as we have started, moreover, under modern theory, we need to discuss about system and contingency approach. These two approaches are very much important. And as we have seen that under modern, so we need to find out that what was being ignored under neoclassical theory that need to discuss under modern theory of management. So modern theory of management mostly talked about the system theory and the contingency approach. The two approaches are very much important, which comes under modern theory of management. There are another theories also, but right now or most of the time we do discuss about system and contingency approach. Now these all we have been discussed. We need to start with the particular theory or the approach that is called system approach. So what the system approach is? Actually, system approach consider the organization as a dynamic and interrelated set of parts. If you are talking about an organization, it is being said that this organization having various interrelated components or interrelated parts which do impact over the organization, and continuous and effective interaction of subsystems help to attain the goal of the larger system. So if we consider organization as a larger system, the other components or the other subsystem do impact over the this particular large system, and with this only the attainment of organizational objective is possible. So every system, in every system there is a subsystem which do impact over that specifically. The system approach is based on the overview that an organization is a system and its components are interrelated and interdependent. This interrelation and interdependency was being ignored in previous theory. As you can see here that it is being written interrelated and interdependent. Why it is being called that interrelated and interdependent? Because when there is an impact over the first aspect to another aspect, it means there is an interdependency. So when we have started talking about an organization, we are operating in an environment, and if we require the resources, we are asking the resources from the environment, we are collecting the resources from the environment, we are gathering the resources from the environment, and whatever the output we create or whatever the output we receive, we send those output to the environment. So in that case, the inputs are coming from the environment and the outputs which are being produced are going to the environment. So we cannot ignore the environment in any of the system if we are considering organization as a system. So in that case, this is actually the theory or the system approach that we need to recognize. We need to consider the organization as a system, and there are many subsystems which have directly or indirectly having impact over this large system. So there we have talked about interrelated and interdependent. Now, a system is a goal oriented. Yes, this is very true. A system consists of various several subsystems. Yes, if an organization is there, if organization is a system, in that case there are various subsystems. Those are interrelated and interconnected, and it is open and dynamic. It has continuous interface with the external environment, as I have told now. it gets inputs from the environment and also supplies it outputs to the environment. So importance of environment was being recognized under the system approach. Now, an organization is a system. In that case, it may be closed or open. Because of an organization is an open system, has active interface with the environment. So importance of environment was being talked here. Now we can see that these are the points which are talking about the interdependence and interaction of various variables which are in an environment and which provide the clues of understanding of an environment. Now, what about contingency approach? What is the difference and what is different from system approach under contingency approach? Contingency is the latest approach to management, which is known as contingency or situational both. It is also known as situational approach. A contingency approach says that effectiveness is contingent or dependent. The way you manage should change depending on the circumstances. If we are asking that we are operating in an environment and the environment is dynamic, it is changing. So as a manager, you cannot stick to a particular process or a particular statement or a particular way that yes, I will go with this particular uh, way, because if things are changing, in that case you need to change, you need to improve, you need to enhance, you need to modify as per the requirement of the situation. So situational analysis is also important. In the first session, it was being told you that management is dynamic in nature, it is flexible in nature, so there is no place for rigidity. If there is requirement of a changed process, enhanced or improved process, or the better way to be followed, in that case we need to change according to the need of the situation. The impact of environment on the organization structure and managerial style is the major concern of contingency approach. The manager should develop situational sensitivity and practical selectability. If I'm going to market to purchase something and I was thinking that this particular raw material will be available per unit rupees 100, but once I went to market, I have seen that for 100 I need to compromise with quality, but if I'm spending 120 for this particular raw material per unit, in that case that will be a good choice. So I need to take decision over there. I cannot stick that no, I have came here to purchase the 100 and I can compromise with the quality, because whatever you will produce, it will be going to the environment and you need to serve the satisfaction to the society or to the people, to those who are getting or using your product or goods or services. So here you as a manager need to develop situational sensitivity and practical selectivity. This is the important point which comes under contingency approach. So this is all about system and contingency approach. Here I am concluding the evolution of management, and under evolution of management, we have gone through the classical theory, the neoclassical theory, and the modern theory. As you have seen, under classical theory, we have talked about how efficiency can be increased, how we can ensure the productivity at workplace. In neoclassical page, we have talked about that how human as an important factor and how their productivity can be increased. Under modern theory of management, we were not stick to the people or the process only. We have talked about that when there is interdependency, interconnection with the outside world also, in that case that need to taken into account. And another aspect is being a manager or being a person who has been asked who is accountable to improve the productivity, to enhance the productivity, to look into the betterment of an organization, stability and growth of an organization. In that case, you need to develop a sense of situational sensitivity and practical selectivity. So in that case, these are the points which comes under evolution of management. Now we will be discussing about the another units which comes under principles and practices of management. Thank you.